There's a lot of popular survival games out there right now like ARK, Subnautica, 7 Days to Die, but other than Minecraft, I think that one of the most iconic survival games out there is Unturned. With a 95% like ratio by Google users, and for an unknown reason that people love zombie survival games that much, I thought it'd be a good idea to have a look and see the factors and saga of Unturned. Without further ado, let's begin. So the first look at the game was released by 16-year-old developer Nelson Sexton, where his idea was to make a copy of Dead Zone in Unity in the summer of 2013, where the game was originally made for browsers for the idea that more people would play the game on first instance. He wasn't happy about the first version of the shared Dead Zone game, so the second version was made in January 2014, where the game immediately left the browser and released it on Steam 5 months later. After a few more versions came out, the developer decided to make it public to get feedback. The developer himself thought that it was strange that without a lot of experience and a complex engine he would share the game this early, but he wanted to make it public for a natural part of the game making of his generation and really wanted feedback from his players. During July 2014, a month after the game release, had the biggest gain of any month of Unturned of just over 30,000, until it frightfully started to fall only after the end of July 2014, but more about the forthcoming success later. One real major notice about the developer was the amount of updates he made across the whole timeline of Unturned, updating the game over 150 times, with each one containing small bits of new content for a big community who admired each and every update. Ever since the game first released, the developer was always on track of his own game and fixing any problems he sees for his players. Following the first years of Unturned, the one debating point from a whole range of Unturned players and game reviews was that if the game was like Minecraft, with the intended purposes of both games to survive day and night and build your own worlds really set the tone for a question of which game is better. And now that I think about it, it probably makes sense why survival games are still one of the most popular genres to this day, since Minecraft really set out a range of survival games to players and gamers across the world. From the Steam community to Reddit to fan sites to pretty much everywhere, this had been ongoing talk of which is better, or is it that similar. In my opinion, I take the two very similar, but they're not very much the same game. I'll probably make a full-on video about this, but that depends how well this video goes. Moving back to the game itself, the whole game is mostly known as a survival game, but it's also a storyline, in quotation marks, from before the virus, the events leading up to the outbreak, the actual outbreak, and the aftermath. It has 15 pieces of storyline info with everything linking each factor to tell the history of the past in Unturned. Now where does YouTube come into this? Well, surprisingly there are still content creators out there who still post a lot of Unturned related content, mostly including reviews, gameplays, montages, and the new Unturned launch trailer by Xbox last year, which didn't quite reach the right audience, I guess. Anyways, the selection of Unturned video entertainment is quite extraordinary and miraculous, and has really set up a passionate and great community of Unturned. There is still a current affair to Unturned videos, which mostly contain gameplays and update reviews and attract a lot of people in a matter of weeks. So in conclusion, Unturned, being what seems to be like a dead blocky survival game, is actually one of the most interesting survival games out there, where the story is a lot different than just having to survive and keep playing for days on end, where in reality it's actually a story of the world. It's a very adequate game to play at times, just for something to do or try out as games to see which one suits you well. But anyways guys, thank you for watching, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Merry Christmas, and I'll guys see you one last time in 2021 for a year review. Goodbye.